Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. Good. And this is Ember, and this is YouTube, and I'm Matthew, and we do retro haircuts. So today we're going to do, we're going to channel 1978, 79, 80, the haircut that everyone used to have back then, which is the wedge, which
Incredible.
is, yeah, so much fun. So that makes you kind of athletic.
Yeah, wasn't
And,
there a, oh man, I'm gonna not know any names. Wasn't there a tennis player who like had that haircut famously?
Yeah, that one's a
Bobby
figure
something?
skater. That one's
Figure
a figure
skater,
skater.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a figure skater. That's her. That's Dorothy Hammill. That's a
Dorothy
picture.
Hammill,
Dorothy Hammill.
that's
so
it.
then everyone got that haircut, and that's what it did for you. We're gonna do that one for fun, and we're gonna put you. You chose that one.
Thought I'd stick with the sporty
Yeah,
theme.
because we're gonna do the athletic thing. So what we'll do is you can go in there and change. It's
Okay.
go through that door. It's like the time machine. You come out, and it's a different decade. There you go. Enjoy your journey. I'll be here. Time machine. Sweet. Love it?
So cute.
Yeah. It's a little bit vintage. It's getting a little bit. I got it repaired though, but come on.
Okay.
Jump on the chair. Yeah, that's really fun. So you're a little friend.
Yeah.
It's mostly there anyway, the shape in the back. So
Yeah.
so much fun. And I love it when there's tattoos mixed in with this stuff because we're doing somewhat authentic but with modern
It's
touches
like
on
modern
it.
retro combo.
Yeah, yeah. And if you walk down Cuba Street and everyone's doing like retro things anyway, let's make it authentic with the hair.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh wait, I gotta ask you the question. Do you want a black one? Do you want a pink one, a purple one, or a stripy one?
I would go straight.
I'm thinking you're a stripy one. Let's do the stripes. Contemporary.
So what made you interested in retro haircuts?
Oh, because I used to work on film sets years ago, so then I was putting people in places. But I don't want to work on films in New Zealand. And then when we came out of the first lockdown, and we were like one of the few places in the world that could still do hair without masks.
Yeah.
And I thought, since everyone's coming out of lockdowns and wanting mullets, let's explore more. So
Yeah.
that's how it all began. Now, I didn't think this channel was going to last this long.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're still going. It's monetized. It's interesting. It's fun. So
Yeah, yeah.
we're still doing it. Anyhow, come on over.
Okay.
Come on over. Now, how long have you been in Wellington now?
Came in 2021.
Oh,
Coming
okay.
on 2 years.
So you're right in the middle of all that. same time.
Did.
Now, what do you do for work?
I work for a nonprofit back in the States.
Oh, yeah.
So remote, which is nice.
Yeah. And you still work for them here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you can just be nomadic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I need that picture for reference. I'm forgetting. I should know it. It's classic. Yeah, you're gonna get a fringe.
Okay.
Split. We're gonna split in the middle. So what's in Tucson? Is it Tucson or Tucson?
It's Tucson.
Tucson.
It's spelled
Tucson.
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 Yeah.
Tucson, Arizona.
What's
What's
there?
there? What's there?
A lot of desert. It's like, it feels like another planet kind of, especially from here. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like almost no trees, mostly scrub, but also like the saguaros.
Yeah.
You know, like the cactus that everyone thinks of when they think of a desert. Yeah, and just like lots of weird animals and plants. So
Oh, yeah.
that was like the cool thing, like getting out into
Yeah.
the desert, the bush there.
Well, if you could handle the heat, you could go for amazing hikes.
Or you like just go at first thing in the morning or like once it's dark. In the summer, gigs will just turn nocturnal pretty much.
I can't do that kind of heat.
It's intense.
No, I can't
It's
do it.
full
You'll never be able to live there.
Yeah. So you like the cold.
Oh yeah, I love it. I walk around here in the winter with a t-shirt on.
And you're like, ah,
Love it.
so nice.
Now for me, Wellington is the perfect climate.
It's not like cold.
No, it's never too hot, never too cold, right?
Yeah.
Like a hot summer day, it's like, oh, it got to 23 today. A cold winter day is like, oh, it's 13.
Uh-huh.
So that's like a 10-degree difference between summer and winter.
Right.
Never too hot, never too cold. And in general, the temperatures, the daily temperatures never really fluctuate more than 2 or 3 degrees, right? Like North America's cold front, hot front, cold front, and you get these huge, like you can get some like sometimes like 10 or 15 or 20 degree fluctuations in a couple of days. Right here, never more than 2 or 3 degrees. It fluctuates.
Yep.
Because the ocean won't let it. But you're really French.
I feel like people with curly, wavy hair dissuaded from having fringe, and that is a mistake.
Yep.
It's a bad idea.
Yep.
Everyone should do it.
There's no rules to hair. And how did you meet Mirren? For people watching, we didn't know that you and Mirren are friends. We should have brought that up already. How did you meet Mirren?
How did I meet Mirren? Friends with my partner.
Oh, yeah.
And we were talking about hair, obviously.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I gotta see this guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, tell me more.
Yeah. And I pay Mirren. Mirren doesn't pay me.
Right, exactly.
Now
He's
you're in
like,
that
if
category.
if you're keen to like, you know, do a dramatic change or whatever, I'm like, it's just hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Sounds great.
That's
Also,
all
I feel like
true.
I just haven't. I did a big chop right before my kid was born. Like I shaved my head. It was
Oh,
awesome.
did you? Yeah.
I mean, in Tucson with no hair, it's great.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like I never found a short haircut that I was like, yes, I want this. I want to keep this. So I've just been trying different things since then.
Yeah.
So why not try something totally different?
Yep. Welcome to the channel.
Yay.
You can come every month as well.
Really do something different.
Well, no, because I think, well, the heck we're doing it now.
There won't be enough hair.
We're not going to keep this haircut up every month, though. But you can let this grow and come back and do something else. Maybe a perm.
Yes.
You probably do a perm.
Of course I would. I mean,
Yeah.
my hair's pretty curly. I mean, wavy curly. Like it can get coily once it's longer.
Yeah.
But
no, it's
not-
shorter hair now, so perm on a shorter hair.
Oh my god.
Make it a tighter curl.
Open.
Yeah, and don't leave comments below. Oh yeah, definitely perm.
Yeah.
You see the comments.
You let the internet decide.
Perm.
Like, well, these people think so. Why not?
Yeah.
Definitely an upside of like working from home, remote work, all of that is like I don't have a dress code. Like I can really look however I want to look. It's
That's
pretty
right.
cool.
That's right. You'll go home to your partner with your haircut. Do you want me to make it modern after, or you want to go home with it looking really retro?
Oh, totally retro.
Yeah, let's do
Sure.
that. Because you can just take a shower and it's
Yeah,
back.
no, it's
It's
fine.
just, I think go home with it. The blow dry, the curling iron, the whole freaking 9 yards, and be like, I did a thing. Why would
Like,
you do that?
This is how it is forever now. Like,
Yeah.
no, I will never blow dry my hair
Yeah.
again. Sorry, internet. Like,
Yeah.
too much work.
Yeah. I've had a strong desire to live like it's 1978 for a very long time now, and this is it.
It'll be a brief moment in the sun.
And if you don't mind, I gotta order some Tupperware.
Go to a party. To
Yeah, I
get
got a
Tupperware.
party. Got a party.
That's the thing, right?
Gotta get the Tupperware.
What else was happening in the 70s?
In 1978, that was the era when
78.
when you went to get the grocery store and it was still like punch it in. Right? There was no lasers, right?
Right, okay,
Right?
so no
And
scanners.
so, like say for example, you're having people over to your house on Saturday night
For my Tupperware party.
for your Tupperware party. So you're buying all the junk food for the party, right? So when you go to the grocery store and they're checking out, you're embarrassed because you don't want them to think you eat junk food. So you go, we're having company. Because that's the era they used to say that. We're having company.
Company.
And the cash register is just like, whatever.
Like,
She just wants to take her break and have a cigarette. She doesn't care.
Yeah. Cigarettes on planes were a thing back
Yeah.
then,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
That sounds rough.
And in the restaurants.
And in the restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're having company. I think everyone watching should use that term at least once over the next month. What are you up to this weekend? We're having company.
Having company. I use it with my kid to see if they want like I don't know. It just makes sense. Like, do you want some company? Is what I'll ask.
Yeah, that's actually okay.
Yeah.
This is
And it's
an
just
an
really
invitation
cute
to
to hear
have
a
some
2-year-old
bonding time.
say, "I want some company."
I want some
Like,
company.
No problem, kiddo.
Yeah, that's cool. I
You
like
got
that.
it.
Yeah.
So Dorothy Hammill, did she win any?
Yeah, gold medal when
Gold-
she
she
was
did
15.
win gold.
Yeah, she won the gold medal.
15.
15-year-old kid with the gold
Oof.
medal. Yeah.
That is so much pressure.
Now apparently the story behind that haircut was she had longer hair. She didn't. I think it was her parents or dad's or someone's idea, and they booked her in with a really the Japanese hairdresser. He's really good. So anyhow, they booked her in with this booking, and she went after
So, like,
hours
they were,
before
like,
the Olympics. Like she's going
Trying
to the
to
Olympics.
get her a signature haircut,
Yeah,
kind
like,
of.
well,
Yeah.
whatever. No one had an idea. Like that was unplanned, right? It was like you're going to the Olympics. You're a 15-year-old kid. You're going to the Olympics. You're gonna need a haircut.
Yeah.
You could go to the mall, but then they had this idea, and I think she wrote the letter, or somebody in the family connected with the Japanese. I can't remember his name, but I'll put the comment, text of his
Sure,
name.
sure.
We've covered him on this channel before. And so he ended up booking her like after hours. They got to the salon, it's closed. Gave her that haircut, and then whatever, it's a haircut. Off to the Olympics, gold medal, Time magazine. Next thing you know, the whole world got that haircut. And she's like, well, I didn't really like the haircut. It was a bit too short for me. But it doesn't matter, you liked it or not.
No,
Everyone
you're,
got it.
You're stuck with it
So
now,
you're stuck with
for
it.
sure.
Because when you win the gold medal, of course, the shampoo companies are wanting to hire endorsements or
yeah,
whatever.
of course.
And if you're thinking like, oh, I wouldn't mind growing it out, I wouldn't mind like let's say it was 1978. Let's say like a Runaways type thing, right? Like, something like that. You think the shampoo companies are hiring you to look like a runaway? No. So that was the haircut you got stuck with. Now you look back at her whole life, I don't think she ever changed it. Like maybe, she did at one point, she may have cut it shorter, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll find a picture. Someone who knows better than I do.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
she grew it out at one point, but
Tell us, internet.
tell us, internet, because I'm only knowing what I know about from what I
Right.
do from looking at things on Pinterest.
Yes.
Now I do Google on her type her name on Pinterest and things come up like her wedding day and things like that. And I think she's adorable. But yeah, the whole world got this haircut, and you're getting it too. All these decades later.
I've always been a little behind the times.
Yeah, exactly. I heard this was a popular haircut. I'm like, in 1978, like, yeah, that's what I'm going for. Behind the times. I think it'd be shorter than that. You want it up more, or you're cool with it? Let's have it away.
Because it's curly, it'll bounce up a little
it'll
bit.
bounce up a little bit.
But
So we're
yeah,
gonna do
maybe a little bit shorter.
we're gonna do the Be Nice version, or we're gonna cut more of. I don't know. We'll see. We'll ask Mom. We'll ask Mom because it's always what Mom has to say. So what we do is we flip the coin. And this is the salon one, and if it's head's shorter, tail's good enough. Wait,
Oh.
gotta do it
Okay.
proper. Head's shorter, tail's good enough. Oops. Head's shorter, Mom says shorter.
Is Mom the queen?
Yeah, because in 1978, chain smoking Mom.
Oh, right.
She had the authority.
Go play in the parlor.
Oh, playing So Mom says shorter. Chain smoking Mom says shorter. And she drives a Cordoba. A two-door sedan. I'm not gonna go much shorter, just a little bit. Oh, and a Mom drive back then. In the 80s, the Aries K car.
Well outside of my wheelhouse,
Yeah.
but I'll just believe you.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds good.
People leave a comment below what Mom used to drive. What did your mom used to drive back in 1970? Pontiac Parisienne,
My parents had an Oldsmobile.
an Oldsmobile, a Buick. Well, Dad's usually had the Buicks.
Oh yeah.
Mom's had, well, not mine. My family's weird. My mom had a Cougar, a Ford Cougar.
Ford Cougar.
It was used, and it was a big V8. And starting it like. Because my dad liked cars, right? So he bought my mom this old Cougar. It had the roll around headlights, everything. It was a cool car. Because he's trying to get me to daycare in the morning in the late 70s. My dad had a Cordoba, and his was new because he was a sales guy. Mom had the old Cougar, used, because I think my dad preferred the Cougar over the Cordoba. You couldn't show up to sales meetings with the cougar. And it had the roll around headlights, and I think one would close and the other wouldn't. So
it's like a little embarrassing.
Yeah. So you turn the headlights off and one would roll back and the other one wouldn't. So one eye open, one eye closed in the daytime, but both eyes open in the nighttime. So I had all kinds of issues.
Yeah.
Hard to start.
Is this part of the cut, like a bunch of the fringe just kind of like
Oh,
it's like very forward?
Push everything forward and cut it
Yeah,
off. Yeah,
I got it.
And then we'll add some layers to it too.
Good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be a triangle.
Oh, I want that. But these haircuts, you just once you shake it up and make it messy, they still look cool.
Yeah.
But also, like the Ramones, they had the longer version of this haircut and the shorter version of this haircut. So Ramones was late '70s, but they were just doing a punk version of it.
Yeah. And
So
that was kind of more shaggy.
Yeah.
Styling.
And if your mom took you to the mall and made you have this haircut, and you were like, oh, you would probably try to make yourself look more like the Ramones than the good girl, right? You try to make or bad boy version of it.
Yep.
Like the Ramones.
Mhm.
Wear some dark clothing.
Yep.
Put some eyeliner on.
Love it.
Make the hair more messy. Listen to some Ramones. Listen to some T-Rex. Whatever it is to make yourself cool. Is your partner from America too?
Partner is British, but
British.
Lives here.
British and an Arizonian. And where did you meet?
Here.
Oh, did you meet here? So you moved here
So convenient.
2 years ago, and you guys met here, and you guys shacked up. Cool. It's like a talk show. Tell me a bit about yourself. Merv Griffin show. A haircut.
I bet.
A haircut and some gossip.
The stories you have heard from
I've
people
heard
sitting
it.
in this chair.
Yeah. I've heard a lot.
I love that. There's a podcast I love called Normal Gossip. They did not pay me to say this.
Yeah.
But it's literally just people submit their stories, like, of things that happen to their friends, basically.
Yeah.
And then they share that with, like, a celebrity guest or whatever. And so it's just like, these are the weird things that happen to real people, and I'm fascinated by it. I just love it.
Yeah.
People are just out there doing ridiculous stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it's very interesting, at least. So what I'm really fascinated by is how styles are cyclical, right? So like the style that's in now is like the things that me and my friends were wearing when we were in high school.
Sure.
And it's so odd
Sure.
being like, wow, high schoolers right now look exactly the same. Like they're just the clothing and the style, like the butterfly clips and like the low-rise jeans. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
I thought you maybe would have learned from our mistakes, but we're back at the low-rise jeans thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, same when I was in high school, my last years of high, was late 80s, right? But we were doing all the mod stuff and ska stuff from the early 80s, like specials and. But some of us would do it. Like I wasn't really a mod. I was more like I had the scooter, and it was like, it's rude. I preferred the ska, and then so there was like Rude Boys, and there was mods, and I was like scooter boy, rude boy kind of thing. So I was differentiating myself from the mods.
Skanking, like
that kind of thing. So I was really, but all that was revival stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's late 80s. We're revivalists, but that was what we were into. And then now you walk out there, they're wearing Doc Martin boots and Ramones t-shirts or whatever today. So it's the younger generation, no different than how I was, but they're into this stuff where I was into that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And still to this day, I love like ska music. I like the authentic Jamaican. I like the you know, the revival Brit stuff.
Is ska originally from Jamaica?
Originally, yeah, in the early '60s, early mid '60s, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, because that's, and a lot of the ska stuff in the early '80s was just cover songs from the originals, right? Like,
Sure, of course.
yeah, especially Specials. Specials did some originals, but they did a lot of covers, and a lot of them did a lot of covers, and then mixed in with their own originals as well. So the genre was amazing. I love that stuff. But I went through different phases in high school.
Oh yeah.
I had my scooter, because I actually had a vintage Vespa when I was in high school. That's why I have one here. It's the same color and similar model to the one I had in high school.
So cute.
So I saw that from Lego. I'm like, I have to have that because it's exactly what I had in high school. Same, but this one's a bit more older than my model, but it's the same style. Same style. So.
I heard that little, like, that hint of pride. You're like, I had an original vintage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought mine from a Roman. He's Italian, but he moved to the suburbs, and like we live in Thornhill, suburbs. So he moved from Rome to Thornhill in the early '80s, but he bought his Vespa with him. He couldn't let it go. That was his Vespa around Rome. So that's he was an Italian guy.
He
actually imported it
to Canada.
And then he put it in the garage and it sat there. Because you know, you're an immigrant, you take things that are important to you.
Right,
sat in
but
the
you're
garage
not in
for
Rome anymore.
years and years and years and years and years and
You
years.
can't put snow tires on a Vespa.
Yeah, yeah. So I think when I met him, it hadn't been started for years, and I think he wanted 500. We talked him down to 300 because I was only 16. I was like, oh man, 500. Oh, could you take? So I said, 16, $300, and you take it away. You walk it out of here. So and then we had to strip it down and take it all apart because it hadn't been started for so long. You have to rebuild the carburetors and everything. So you learn a lot from that stuff. And then we got going. My best friend Archie and I, because Archie knew about the, you know, it was good. It was a good lesson too. I think anybody who buys something, rebuilds it, you learn so much, and then you get it going. It means a lot to you. So I would have sold it when I was 28. I bought it at 16. I would have sold it at 28. So I had it going for all that time. And a lot of years when I was in my 20s, we had a clothing store. It sat in the store as a, you know, show-off piece, right?
Cool,
yeah, it was cool. And sometimes you take it out, but you know, it got to the point. Like in high school, I was a high school kid with it. Then in my 20s, I was like, you know what, this is worth preserving, like stop screwing around with it. So it became a window display, it became a shop display. You take it out for different events, but you just stop screwing around with it.
Yeah.
And I ended up selling it when I was 28. Grew out of it. Now I like the back version of this haircut on you.
Yeah.
You can see all that, you know. So we're not going to match the blow dry the style of that one. It's the haircut length is right. But I think we're going to do kind of like a foot back version of it.
Okay.
With mousse. I'm running out of this stuff, and someone came and bought one today. We don't sell mousse very often, but someone called and said, "Have you got Wella extra volume mousse?" Like on the phone in a panic. I'm like, "Yeah, of course we do." And they go, "I'm coming in 10 minutes."
You know, when you have that like one product, and that's when you find it, you want it to like stay in existence forever.
And when they came in, I thought I was the only one left using this stuff because other wellness salons, I guess they're not stocking it because they don't sell enough of it. But I use it all the time on this channel.
Yeah. Well,
so of course I stock it.
Yeah.
So this one's empty. She bought one, and I have one more on the shelf, so I'm gonna have to do an order. Bring some more in because that bottle's empty there.
Yeah.
But no, it's not like someone's gonna come in tomorrow and buy. Oh, if you got it, if it happens,
This is the
like
same person.
no, it'll be somebody else. But how random would that be?
Yeah.
Because I can look at the history of this company, and we sell them maybe 1 a year, 2 a year. That's why other wellness salons, you know, don't bother stocking them anymore.
But if you're doing retro styles, like of course.
Oh yeah. Now I use them, but also editorial stylists who do, you know, like photography stuff. They'll use it because it's, you know, mousse is still big with that kind of thing, but it's not really
like a day to day.
Not a day to day. We'll get in a minute. Oh, we forgot to ask Mom. Is it short enough? Head shorter, tail short enough.
You're over 2 here, my friend.
It ended up on tail, short enough.
Short enough. All
Good,
right.
Mom. Thanks, Mom. With this cigarette. Short enough.
It's done.
It's off her face.
Don't worry about it.
It's off the face. Mom's happy. It's off the face. I think that's why these haircuts are so popular, because everything's off your face, right?
Yeah.
And your face comes out. Dad always loved, I don't know, whatever.
I look like a mushroom.
You do. We're gonna do 2 variations of this
Okay.
look. This is the forward version. This is the one that Mom likes.
Mm-hmm. So funny.
This is awesome. It looks like an owl.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're gonna blast it.
Oh, amazing.
Beautiful.
So good, hey.
New Facebook profile pictures.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. New ID for the new job. Employee ID. Now, what would your job be if you had a haircut like this? Oh, I know. At the airport, the car rental desk. The car rental desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car rental desk at the airport. At the one in Phoenix. You know that really fancy airport in Phoenix? And you'd be working for Alamo. Alamo.
It's funny. I went like airport related too, but I was like flight attendant. No.
Yeah?
Not really. I think desk job is the energy of this.
You think desk job? No,
Desk
I'm
job,
thinking
yeah.
Alamo.
Yeah.
Rental cars. And then, welcome to Alamo. How may I help?
Mm-hmm.
No, maybe desk job.
You can have a desk job at Alamo.
That's true.
They are
You
also
could be,
not saying yes.
the floor manager at the Alamo.
Ooh.
So you go between the office and the floor.
Mhm.
You manage the team. As far as like trying to nail 1978, I think it doesn't get better than this.
Mhm.
I used to go to gigs with like all the time because they're inevitably drag me out. Yeah, with my friends, I've got like friends that go to gym.
I think we need to go in public. Take you
Yeah.
out. Do you drink beer or anything? Do you drink beer or anything, or no? You got kids sometimes. Yeah. I could take you out for a light beer and come back. Well, I got clients coming. That's the thing. But it's
Oh,
always
yeah.
fun to go in public with this sort of thing.
And like watch people react. They're like.
But the thing is, Kiwis don't react because they're so cool, right?
yeah.
Like they'll just think that, you know, because people actually would rock this haircut on Cuba Street. So you go out with it, and we've tried it before. We like, let's do the dumbest haircut and she could get a reaction. They're always like, cool.
All right.
Because Kiwis are just so
Like, you're
laid
doing
back
a cool
cool.
style.
Yeah.
Every time there's a
So it never really works. So this is your first look. Oh, and I forgot to put the hairspray on it, but we're gonna just show that for
That's
a second.
fine.
And we'll blast the
Oh my
hairspray.
God.
Don't move yet.
Incredible.
Hello, how are you? What was your name? Grab a seat. Just like one of the bench. One of the bench chair's fine. Waiting bench, yeah.
I used to do dance competitions, and
Did
the
you?
smell of hairspray like brings me back to that immediately.
I think, do you know what it needs?
Hmm.
A little more. I think that's good now. And we're gonna spin the chair. And they can all see. Look from the back. Isn't that fun? It's pretty slick.
It like moves a little bit.
It
but
does.
It doesn't have to.
We'll get some shots of it. Where are we gonna take the shots? I think we're gonna just take the shots of it in the chair.
Okay.
Because the salon is busy today.
Easy enough.
you want to be here, I can relocate.
Pardon me?
If you want this background, I can relocate.
Oh, don't worry, it's going to be downward angled.
Yeah.
Just go there.
Sorry, my watch is 6 months.
Cool. Come over here. And we get a shot through the back.
Because I mean, I don't just do it sticking to the sides of the
Oh, that's being stubborn, the camera.
For now.
In.
I like to grow a little bit as well.
And I might do the backdrop. I'll be a second. I'll set up the backdrop. Come on over to the backdrop.
All right.
Last time as well with my next day. Like we went to go for a ride around the bays and.
Come on over. Let's do another look with it.
I'll see you later.
Jump on the chair. So your second look is going to be real easy. All you need is one of these. I just noticed. Go that way.
What?
You're rebellion.
What
Put
did
your
I do?
put your arm over.
Yeah.
You're rebellion.
Yeah, Rebel Scum.
You're a rebel. You're rebel scum. Yeah, rebel scum.
We're going that.
Yeah. Now it's amazing how the latest Ukraine war is like so empire versus rebels, right? You know, because they're arming the West is arming the rebels. You know, and they're under under resourced, and then the imperial and Putin's like the emperor. Like, oh my God! But all that stuff. A lot of Star Wars was based on World War II anyway.
Of course, yeah.
So it's all
taken from real life.
It's all taken from real life.
Yeah.
And Putin is he's like can't hold on to it. You can't let go of the past. So that's why the history is repeating, because he can't let go. And that's why we're in this mess. This is the better look of the two.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more livable.
Yep. Now I will grab a mirror and show the back, and we'll
I
spin
feel like
the
this
chair.
was like a thing for a while. Like I feel like the center part with the short fringe was like a thing.
Yeah, of course it was a thing. But it
Yeah.
was like Luke Skywalker had that haircut.
That's it.
Yeah, speaking of. So it makes sense since you're Rebel Scum, you got Luke Skywalker's haircut.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just messed with the fringe. Let's get the fringe back again.
Oh yeah, I did. Sorry. Have to be like fluffy.
Yeah, now we gotta get you a light.
Fluffy.
Gotta get rid of the tennis racket and get you a lightsaber.
So good.
That's fun, isn't it? You went from Dorothy Hammill to Mark Hammill. Oh, isn't that clever?
Oh snap!
Snap! Are we having fun?
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Come on over, let's do some shots of this look. We'll stand behind the chair, you and I. And a big welcome to the channel. Isn't this amazing? So of the two looks, this is the better one. But when I do this blow dry, I always go forward with it, because when you're in the chair, it's dramatic. You're like, oh my God. And then once you go flick, you're like, oh my God. Wow, this is actually not bad.
Yeah.
But actually, as far as this is a very retro look. You'd rock it all over this. Take it all over, yeah. And you're gonna go home to your partner with it. We're gonna go this look home to your partner with it. So good. So I think what we're gonna do is change back into what you were wearing with this blow dry, with this hair, and we'll see how it looks modern. Cool. So we'll be right back. You can go back in the time. It's over there. Go back in the time machine. Back home. Yeah. So here we are back into our normal clothing, the way we dress every day with the new haircut, and give it a little spin. You can give it a little spin. It works. So you're gonna go home too and surprise your partner with a new haircut like this, and actually it's gonna be a good surprise. It's gonna be an awesome surprise. Also, like Miriam, she comes all the time. If you want to come all the time, you're more than welcome. I'm thinking grow, and maybe we'll talk about a perm or something. But for now, we're not gonna go any shorter than this.
Yeah.
No, I think this is good enough for you. Let it grow as it evolves to the next thing, and we'll look at something else to do. I'm thinking perm.
Probably a perm.
Perm.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
fun.
into it.
Sweet. Cool. Let us know what you think, and cool. Bye, tubers.
Thanks, Internet.
Ciao.